Oh God, what have I done? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and probably good morning again for the next day, because this is going to take a while. Okay, so I have been a bit silly, but you know, eyes bigger than belly or bigger than something. I've bought a whole bunch of computing parts. There's other stuff in there too. So this is the Mega Haul. I could set up the tripod, and I might have to do that for at least the other two boxes, because I really can't. I can look at these on the bed. I'm actually sitting facing my TV right now. Let's zoom out a little bit. Oh, I'm out. Never mind. But we're at least going to have a look in these two front boxes, and then the tripod's going to be set up, and I'm going to have to stand up for that one and rejig the bed a little bit. But first, let's have a look in this one, because I've actually taken a peek. I've opened the tops just so it's easier, and we'll see what we have. To help me out, I've got this guy. I'm still out of breath from hauling these things up the stairs. Surprisingly, the parents weren't annoyed about this. They might be later. Anyway, on to the Kraken. The opening up, I mean the thing that... Shut up. Okay, the first box, and boom! There was actually... there was polystyrene here, but I threw it away. I had a little peek in here, and first up we have this. It's a solar charging power bank. Although I will cut the excitement short and say that this doesn't work. The micro USB that's under there is broken, and the full-size USB, I'm not really sure if that's an outlet or an inlet. It could be DOA, that one. Anyway, this is interesting. It would appear to be a motherboard, obviously, and I have taken a peek at that, but I'll get back to this a bit later, because that one is really quite interesting. Put that over there. Cables! Let's pull these out. Alright, first bag of cables that I pulled out, I kind of pulled out upside down, but anyway, it seems to be a mixture. This one's like the parallel... Oh, well, hang on. No, there we go. Parallel to Centronics. I have no use for that, but then again, this game is all about just getting what I want and just throwing away the rest. There's another ultra-wide SCSI, I think. Don't need that. A really nice SCART though. Let's have a look in the bag. Got a selection of, I think it's mostly the same thing. There's another parallel port. Pretty average looking set of SCARTs, we don't need them. Some red, white and yellow cables. I have zero need for that because I have so many of these. What else is this? Oh, an S-video cable. It's pretty thin, but I don't have many of these, so I might keep that. Parallel slash SCSI slash whatever cables. Hang on a second. And I think that's serial. RS232. Don't need that. I mean, I've already got two, and two is probably too many. Yeah, more parallel port cables, and more left red, white, and yellow. So, yeah, most of that is not going to be kept. God, I'm like a kid at Christmas. So what else do we have? We have, it's just an end-to-end cable. It's not even a gender changer. Don't know what that's for. We've got a few of those. We've got a serial to PS2 adapter. That might come in handy for vintage computing. In fact, these adapters I'll be keeping, because you never know when you need an adapter to something. There's one of those. Another coupler. It's probably to prevent wear or something like that. Another one. A modem cable. Shall not be keeping that. And that's not the keep pile necessarily. I'm just kind of getting them out of the way. Another coupler. Well, that's interesting. A parallel to floppy adapter? I don't really know. Well, that one turned out to be a little bit of a washout as well. I mean, there's more of this kind of stuff. Centronics to parallel. Modem cables are some kind of really funky looking custom SCART jobby. More cables. Got some power adapters in there, mostly laptop chargers. This box is almost empty. But this little gem is Apple branded. Look at that. I think that's that crazy monitor output that you have on those old Power Macintosh things. That's their display output. It's like a DB15 or something. And that is a VGA socket. That is getting kept for absolutely sure. Okay, this bag, JD Sports bag, contains IEC leads. That's actually not bad. I mean, you can never have too many of these except when you do. So I'll keep a few of those ones. and the rest is going to go back. Get that out of the way. And the last bag, lucky dip this one. Right, well, the USB related, that's for sure. That's a little tiny, mini USB, not bad. Okay, so it is mostly peripheral type cables. There's a micro USB I've found before. Check this out, proper late 90s, early 2000s Firewire cable. This has got Mac written all over it. I'll put that down there. Some kind of I don't know what the hell this thing is. It's some kind of proprietary dock. Well, there's a bit of a mixture of things in that one. Peripheral cables, really shoddy audio cables, and there's a fan splitter. That's kind of neat. That's going to be kept. But yeah, this box was kind of all about cables that are a bit naff. Okay, that's the first box done. I got that much out of it, which is a fair amount. But I'll just let you into something. That's practically the most of the box still in there. I got to admit, I didn't find much of any use in there. I mean, there's a whole bunch of laptop chargers. And there are some IEC leads, but I honestly don't need that many. In a way, that's good, because it means I've actually eliminated almost an entire box. Let's continue. Okay, this one looks like a box in a box. Yeah, make the joke if you want to. Oh, that looks like some good stuff. Might have to put this back on the floor. All that effort to try and get it up here. Oh. Alright, this is not bad at all. It's come loose in the pack, but it's one of those bendy USB lights. I've got a USB port on the side of my keyboard. That's going to be amazing, although it is backlit, so I probably don't need it, but still, that's neat as all heck. Let's have a look what else we have. Ooh, Apple logo. Oh. Now I know what this is, I've seen it, but let's unwrap it live. Come on now. Get to the point. Hang on a second. Wait a minute. Okay, it was in the other side. That is an incredibly scratched iPod that someone looks like they've tried to repair. My god, I didn't see that in the picture. I don't know what generation it is. Does it have any battery? No, it does not. But that's still cool. I looked at this and I thought, oh, let's try that out. Some shit in the box, but this might actually end up getting sold again because that's not in any condition. I was potentially thinking about doing an iPod sort of flash conversion type thing. If we can get it going again, because I did find an iPod cable, we'll get to see exactly what that is. Is that third generation, second generation? I'm not really sure. But it's 20 gigabytes, whatever it is, so let's put all this poop back in the box. Let's look at the next things. Another bendy USB light. Some kind of BlackBerry case. That looks like it's never been used, actually. That's going to be nice to put something else in. Ah, some external optical bay enclosures. And what in all hell is that? That's the weirdest proprietary plug I've ever seen. So I think that's going to be pretty useless. Let's have a look what we got here. These are optical drives, of course. Damn heavy. Oh, hang on. No, wait a minute. Floppy drive. Well, I have almost no use. Well, that's an optical drive. I have almost no use for that, but that's still really cool. Looks like it can go on that unit there, either or. That one's a DVD multi. Come on, where's the information? DVD-RW drive module. Cool, could just be a rewriter. It's fine. Got some more here. They all pretty much seem to be the same kind of thing. Well, that's a DVD-RW. There's another one. Another floppy drive. And another DVD drive. These I'm probably going to sell back because I really don't have any use for them. But it's still damn cool. I mean, I'd love to know what kind of plug end this is. It's just, I've never seen anything that esoteric for quite a while. I'll have to look it up. If anyone can help me, that's going to be fine. Aha, spy a little bit of copper. So this is what I was really interested in. I think these are Dynatrons, but that is a solid copper and it's very heavy. It bounces quite a bit on the bed. It's that heavy. That is a heatsink that requires a lot of cleaning. I think there's another one. There it is. Over there. And we have another bag of cables. This one looks like it could be mostly just display cables. Probably won't be keeping these because I have too many. Far too many VGA cables to mention. Or did I get rid of some? I can't really quite remember. Oh, come on. There we go. Now this is interesting. This is one of those crazy NVS cables. It's got like 2 DVI on it. Definitely worth keeping that because you don't come across these too often. Although you can probably find them on eBay and job lots because, you know, whatever. I probably just contradicted myself. I'm tired. It's whatever time it is on the night. Let it go. Found another, but this one is for VGA. Good to have a bit of variety. Another one. And the rest are literally just a whole bunch of DVI and VGA cables, many of which I probably already have in abundance and I maybe don't need any more. But that's just the point. I mean, if I do, I'm going to go through all my cables and see if there's anything I don't need from there and just bundle them all together. Some kind of proprietary earphones. Don't need that. Another bag of stuff. Okay. Seems to be more random things in a squishy phone case. Don't need that. What else is this? Yeah, they're all kind of like headsets for something. They've got the 3-pole sort of cable on it, or the 4-pole cable. They're probably really crap, but it'd be worth keeping these together as part of the job lot. I'm just going to stick them over there. Yeah, it's no different really. They've got an official BlackBerry polishing cloth. Might be worth keeping just because it's official. I don't know. I'm actually guessing that these are probably all BlackBerry. Oh look, there's a phone case for a BlackBerry. These are heavy. I have a feeling that yes, they are definitely Dynatrons, or coolers. AM2. So that's an AMD mountable cooler. Bloody hell. I had never appreciated how heavy copper was. Thermaltake. Interesting. If I've got an AM2 board and I want to make it fanless, this is going to be where I come. Saying that, AM2 could be the socket type used by some of those server grade AMD chips. It could be exactly the same dimensions. Because I mean, that's the server chip, right? No, sorry, not a chip. That's a server cooler right there. Because that's a little bit dense to get through with normal fans. You would have to have one of those screaming fans on the end of that. But as a passive cooler on a slightly cooler chip, that's going to work out pretty good. We've got another one. Exactly the same. Looks like it's for an AM2 socket type. And not far behind we have... I'm presuming they're both AMD because, I mean, they came out the same place. Let's see exactly what we have. Yes, I'm touching the pins. Don't judge me. It's an AMD A8 3000 series. I can't decide whether to look through the camera or the viewfinder. But yeah, that might come in handy. Oh, wait a minute though. Pins are bent. Maybe not. Probably, oh shit. Oh, it's they're bent anyway. Gold recovery, I think, for that one. I might try bending the pins back, but I don't hold out much hope. And we've got a classic here, an Athlon 64. Let's check out the pins. Has it fared any better? Yes, that's actually perfect. Okay, so we'll not jinx this. We'll put it back on the pad. We'll put it back in its little box. Strictly speaking, that one should probably get the plastic because this is actually in good condition, but we'll swap that over later. I might just have to tape that together. More cables. Let's move a few things. Got a little sub bag of some stuff, but yeah, this one's full of Ethernets, it looks like. Patch cables, at least that's a patch cable. Give me a second, come on. Well, I couldn't unravel it, but yes, cables. More cables. Some of them look like they've never actually been opened, and that's just fine, because I need some of this to connect my video equipment, because it's actually lacking some network connections. But that is swell. Yep, more Ethernets. Neatly packaged. Very nice. Put them up here. I haven't got much left in the box. The remains of another bendy light. It's reasonably bright. I mean, look at that. Way. Neat. Oh, hang on. Damn it. Got a cheap ass bendy microphone. I won't be using that. I'll probably use this bendy part here to like mount a pop shield, but nah. That's too early 2000s. More phone cases for some dumb phones I have absolutely no use for. Go up there. And a shoebox full of IDE cables. Absolutely no use for this. But it's nice to see it came packaged in the shoebox. I think it's all IDE cables. Yes. Yeah. Great. Well, that's just going to get closed right back up and put to one side. Damn, sir. That's a lot of cables. So, I mean, first of all, I'll just have a look at these. These are rounded IDE cables, but again, kind of have no use for them. And plus the fact, I mean, these exist because apparently the flat cables are problematic. I don't know if they are necessarily. I mean, I had no trouble over the years when I did used to use IDE cables that were flat. So these may just end up going back because there's really nothing special about them. Although we do have an early 2000s looking USB cable. I think we'll keep that. This is more SATA cables than you can shake a stick at. Although then again, why would you, unless you're a crazy person just shaking sticks at cables? I mean, it could probably happen. Trouble is, they all look pretty long. I was after some shortish and they said shortish SATA cables, but I am looking for short SATA cables, and these are pretty long. But it's nice to keep for the collection in case I do need to do any cabling of this type. At least some of the cables look swanky. I might keep one or two of these black cables, because, I mean, they are just IDE cables, but they look nicer. But, yeah, we've got more sorting to do. Now, this thing is interesting. It's a sheet of glass. Is it just an anti-glare shield? Because it looks like it's got that weird coating on it. When you turn it over... Oh, where is it actually? Oh, hang on. It says optic glass. So I'm not really sure what this is, but I have no use for it. So that pretty much takes care of the second box. Tell you what I'm going to do. All the stuff I'm going to keep is going to go in this box to start with, and anything else is just going to go in the other box because it is. So I'm going to put my cables in that box, the motherboard, more that stuff, and then we're going to have to twizzle around a little bit and have a look in the other boxes, which are right in front of me here. So those power adapters, I don't really have any idea of their worth. I don't think they're worth anything at all, so they're just going to go in the out box, which is currently under the IDE cable box.